I'm going to be 77 next month, and I don't have any chronic diseases, no heart disease, no diabetes, no high blood pressure. My knees and other joints are still working fine. I can still do almost everything I could 30 years ago. So what's the secret? Well, of course I exercise, but the most important thing is my diet. Here's what I don't eat. 1, sugar. When I was 21 years old, I read a book called Sugar Blues by William Duffy, forward by Gloria Swanson, a famous actress from the silent film days. And I learned that sugar is a chemical in the same way that heroin or cocaine are chemicals that are derived from natural sources. And just like heroin and cocaine, sugar, which is derived from sugar cane or sugar beets, is a poison. Sugar negatively affects the way your endocrine system works and harms almost every organ in your body, including your brain. Years of overeating sugar set you up for type 2 diabetes, and type 2 diabetes causes many health problems. It harms your teeth from the outside and the inside. It contributes to peptic ulcers. Of course, it is a foundational cause of obesity. It's empty calories and it's addictive, just like those other white powders. Now, have I totally avoided added sugar in the 56 years since I read that book? Of course not. It's everywhere, especially in any prepared foods. So the more that I make things here at the house, the more I can control the ingredients that go in it. And of course, there are better and worse choices. You know, an occasional piece of apple pie or cheesecake with your coffee would certainly be better than, say, sponge cake or donuts. And these days, my idea of a sweet treat is dark chocolate, and I get mine at about 82% cacao, which still probably has maybe 8 or 9% sugar, but the dark chocolate's so rich that I don't eat that much of it anyway. 2, fast foods, processed foods. It took me several more years after I quit eating sugar to understand that White Castle and McDonald's were bad for my health. I had already quit eating red meat, and I had quit drinking soda waters like Coca-Cola, which I learned to call sugar water. But I thought that I could order other things off of the menu and I would be okay. It took me time to realize that they screwed up everything that they serve. That food is designed by engineers, not by cooks or chefs, and they're not interested in your health. They make food that is addictive and very unhealthy for you. As my thinking evolved, I came to realize that the only thing I could use McDonald's for was the restrooms on a road trip and the coffee. And coffee at McDonald's is not that bad. And they used to be the only fast food place where you could get half and half for your coffee instead of a creamer that was made in an oil refinery. Not really, but you know what I mean. 3, red meat. Now, this is a little more controversial. I actually don't think that eating small amounts of meat is necessarily harmful to your health. I do think that meat that comes from Food Inc., the big factory farms where the beef are fed grain, not grass, and go through these truly nasty meatpacking plants, I don't think that's healthy. And of course, a diet that revolves around meat and potatoes is not healthy for you. I personally feel that taking red meat off of my menu 55 years ago has greatly benefited my health. 4, white foods, which brings us back to sugar. Pasta. Most pasta will spike your blood sugar as fast as a candy bar. White bread, especially grocery store loaves, is an abomination. And don't forget salt and things like maltodextrin and high fructose sugar that Food Inc. adds to almost all of their foods. It's interesting to me that when I eat out, especially it's easy to see this at a buffet, Most people fill their plates with white and brown beige foods, and the total color palette of their plate is beige, while my plate is full of color. Start making better choices now and reap the rewards. 5, bad fats. Any oil that hardens at room temperature is off my list. Some people think that coconut oil is good for you, but I personally avoid palm oil, trans fats, and I only use coconut milk when I'm making a curry. That also includes almost any animal fats. I personally don't eat red meat, so that's not really a big problem for me. If you do, look for leaner cuts. That marble steak that tastes so good is harming your heart. Now let's talk about the foods I do eat. There is a superfood that will protect you from chronic disease, early aging, and extend your health span, which I think is more important than lifespan. That superfood is all the vegetables and fruits and all of the colors that they offer. Color is nature's advertisement for the nutrients that food contains. So fill your plate with color at every meal. This approach to eating takes all of the thinking out of making good choices. I don't count calories. I don't stress over, is this fruit better than that fruit, or is this vegetable better than that vegetable? I just eat all of them. And in the course of a week, if I've gotten 15 or 20 or 30 different colored foods into my body, I don't worry about the rest of what I'm eating. So let's look at the colors and the other foods that I choose. Green: spinach, broccoli, collard greens, mustard greens, kale, bok choy, cabbage, avocados, bell peppers, celery, all the different lettuces, seaweed. If it's green, I want to eat it. Green foods give you vitamins K, A, C, E, folate, manganese, calcium, and phytochemicals that play a big role in improving general health and preventing disease. Red: tomatoes, watermelon, chili peppers, pomegranates, strawberries, raspberries, cherries, red apples. If it's red, I want to eat it. Red foods, particularly tomatoes, contain lycopene. Known for its heart protective properties, lycopene is also good for prostate health. At 77, I have a healthy prostate. Red foods are full of antioxidants. They're loaded with fiber. They're anti-inflammatory. They combat free radicals, which helps prevent cancer. They're good for your digestive system. They boost your immune system, and they're good for eye health. The yellow and orange colors come from carotenoids, alpha and beta carotene, and these promote health in a number of different ways. They are very good for eye health. They reduce the risk of macular degeneration. They reduce the risk of prostate cancer, lower blood pressure, lower LDL cholesterol levels, help with your promote healthy joints. They boost your immune system, and they help build healthy bones by working with calcium and magnesium. So if it's yellow and orange, you want to eat it. These include carrots, oranges, papaya, mango, turmeric, pineapple, bananas, squash, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, apricots, persimmons, cantaloupe, bell peppers, corn, tangerines, and grapefruit. Legumes: black beans, red beans, navy beans, kidney beans, lima beans, pinto beans, and many more. Also peanuts and peanut butter, green beans, snow peas, chickpeas, soybeans, and the many colors of lentils. Quick food fact: lentils are the slowest burning carbohydrate, give you energy for hours with level blood sugar. Beans are good sources of protein, complex carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. They're low in fat and are a very healthy food to add to your diet. They're loaded with antioxidants, insoluble fiber, good carbohydrates, and vitamins and minerals. Beans are a foundational part of the diet of almost every blue zone in the world, where people regularly live into their 90s and 100s. I have a peanut butter sandwich on whole grain bread with some fresh fruit for breakfast almost every morning. My dad had a heart attack in his 60s. He and I had a long talk, and he switched to a diet very similar to mine, and he started having a peanut butter sandwich, banana for breakfast every morning. He made it to 97. So make sure to add legumes to your diet. Nuts and seeds. I read a long time ago that if you add a sufficient amount of nuts to your diet, you could add 2 years to your life. I don't know about numbers like that, but I do know that they are a very healthy addition to your diet. So some of the many nuts that I enjoy in my diet: walnuts, pecans, almonds, hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, macadamia nuts, are all healthy and delicious. Nuts are loaded with nutrients that can improve your overall health. They contain protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. They're also rich in unsaturated and monosaturated fats, good for heart health. Almonds are rich in vitamin E, pistachios, B6. Walnuts are loaded with copper, manganese, and omega-3 fatty acids. Brazil nuts have selenium, and so on. Seeds like pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, sesame seeds, and others also have super nutrition profiles and provide protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Fish, salmon, sardines, tuna, mahi-mahi, red snapper, grouper, many different kinds of fish, and other seafoods like shrimp and shellfish, as long as you're not allergic to them. Wild salmon and sardines might be the healthiest choices, but other fish have really good nutritional profiles as well. A serving of salmon has 121 calories, 17 grams of protein, 5.5 grams of good fat. That's hard to beat. Sardines, of course, are cheaper, easier to find, and more sustainable. The oils in sardines are high in omega-3 fatty acids. They have about 15 grams of protein per serving. They're high in iron and calcium, and they also contain vitamins B12, vitamin D, vitamin E, magnesium, potassium, and zinc. I like to fish, so I also get to eat the variety of fish that I catch. So that's a pretty comprehensive list of the foods that I eat and the foods that I have avoided over the last 50 years in pursuit of my health goals. I think my plan has worked pretty well. Despite a family history of heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, and other problems, I've avoided all of those. And I think I owe that to this diet. It's an easy way to eat. It takes all of the stress out of it. You don't have to think. Just eat a wide variety, a lot of different colors of vegetables and fruits. Make that about 80% of your diet. Add clean or lean proteins, some good fats, and leave yourself some room to splurge occasionally. That's fine too. If you like this video and others from 105-Minute Meals, please subscribe. Hit the like button and hit the bell button so that you get notifications when we come out with new videos. Pura vida from Costa Rica.